so black people have to be aware. And I want to mention that, too, for all of the black people who are running for office. Don't rise to that occasion. That's a trap. Anybody who approaches you, learn something from the Godfather. Whoever approaches you, making some kind of deal about campaign funds and all this kind of stuff that's supposed to be just between you and them, you are going to wind up doing time. Cement that in your brain. Whoever approaches you is most likely someone who's been sent by the very people who are going to cut your throat. And they make you an offer, you're already in trouble if you take it. And I would like to say that to every black person on the planet who's running for any kind of office. Where is this coming from, you should ask. You should jump back. Don't rise to that bait. And it's cheap bait at that. Because usually they're not offering you very much of anything but some kind of bling-bling. And don't rise to it. Don't be fascinated by it. I don't care how much money is being piled up. I mean, and it's tempting. Money is very tempting. The white supremacists control all of the money on this planet. And there's always strings attached. And don't you ever believe that it isn't. And the string that is attached is actually a rope around your neck, too. In most cases, one way or another. You have to think of it that way. You have to cement that in your mind. Whomever approaches me on some type of cement contract or something like that, oh, wait a minute, hold it, get out of here. Get out of here. If you're not going to announce this on the radio that what you are proposing to me, if you're not going to say it on the radio and tell the whole world that you are doing it, don't come to me with it and say this is just between me and you. No, under no circumstance allow anybody to do that. Tell that to the public first and then come to me. What you're going to do so that everybody will know what's going on. Well, a lot of people have already given their analysis. Suppose 9 and 10 shots, from a 9mm pistol has been fired from that carload of black males into that car where that white man was. And the white man was hit and killed. I don't think we'd be having this conversation because it wouldn't even made the news. Other than it would have made the news saying, hey, after a week or so, convictions for all of them, life sentences, end of story. Next case of whatever carload of black people happen to be coming down the highway, all right, doing anything. Next case, and next case, and next case. Not dragging on a trial and talking about a retrial and a rehearing and all like that, and maybe an appeal and all. No, it's open and shut. Carloads of black people with guns. Or one of them has a gun and firing at some white people in another car, even if it didn't hit anybody. Hey, you're history, mister. All of you boys, get out of here. Hands on the top of your head, hands on top of the car, hands behind your back. Hands in the air. Even black people pick that up even when they have concerts. It's almost like, hey, where did we get that? Yeah. It's in the subconscious mind. Everybody put their hands in the air. Yeah, all black males, hands in the air all over the world. Hands in the air at gunpoint. Saddle up, boys, and let's go get them. That's what should be in every black person's head when they're driving down the highway calling themselves in a car chase with law enforcement. And the code says, what I write, I say, don't do anything that you think will attract the attention of a law enforcement officer. That should go out to every black person, every non-white person on the planet. Don't do anything to attract their attention, because most likely if you're attracting their attention, you might be doing something because they are trained to pick up something to attract their attention that may be something that should be put down, maybe something that should put a stop to. That's what law enforcement officers are trained to do. so don't, but some black people go out of their way to get the attention of law enforcement people, and then want to know why they're getting the attention.
What do you mean, Mr. Bullock? Give me an example.
Anything. I mean, even the loud music. I mean, you know, even though it's not offending anybody, I mean, except the people that they offended. I mean, you hear some things and all like that, but you hear all sorts of things. You hear things on television that maybe they shouldn't be there now. I mean, you hear people using all kind of vulgarity and everybody's laughing, all right? You hear the same so-called vulgarity coming out of a speaker, and all of a sudden, that is disturbing the peace. Now, wait a minute. I mean, you know, either you're going to glorify profanity or you're not.